Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Rachel Zerin here with a thought for Shabbat. This has been a heavy week in many ways, beginning on Sunday as we marked 100 days since October 7th, 100 days of continued captivity for over 130 of our people who continue to be held hostage in Gaza. 100 days since so many of our people's lives were brutally taken from them by Hamas on October 7th. And continuing through yesterday, as we marked a birthday of the youngest hostage, when Kfir Bibas turned 1 year old. My heart breaks for him and his family, recognizing that he has now spent a third of his life in captivity. All of this heaviness was swirling in my mind and on my heart as I reflected on this week's Parashat Bo, in which we read of the final plagues on Egypt, the first Passover, and the beginning of the Exodus from slavery, a drama which will continue into next week's Parashat. As I thought about this past week, and as I thought about the Parashat, I reflected on how one of the core messages of Parashat Bo and of the Exodus itself is this message of hope. There's something very powerful about how the Israelites prepare for their exodus from Egypt. On the one hand, they do prepare for this moment. They are commanded to take a lamb, to paint blood on the doorposts, to eat that lamb inside, setting the stage for our Passover seders to come. And they do what they are commanded to do. They are commanded to take from the Egyptians gold and silver, and they do so. On the other hand, when it comes time to leave, we read that they have not prepared provisions for the journey. Even though they have been told that that is the night that they will be leaving Egypt, even though they have been told that that is the moment when they will be redeemed from slavery, they have not prepared for the journey beyond the explicit acts that they have been commanded to do. It is as if they are so deep in the darkness, they are so constrained in that narrow place of Mitzrayim, that they cannot fully believe that that exodus is going to take place. They cannot fully believe that they will be going on that journey to freedom, and that is why they do not prepare those provisions. Perhaps that is why we still eat matzah during Passover today. When I think about this, I think about how it is so hard to have hope when we are in the depths of despair. It is so hard to have hope when we are in those narrow places. It is so hard to believe that redemption will come when we are caught in the darkness. And yet, one of the messages of this story of the Exodus from Egypt is to have that hope. It is that redemption does come, even or perhaps especially when the world feels darkest. It is that redemption does come, even or perhaps especially when we are in those most narrow places. It is that redemption, liberation, freedom is around the corner, even if we do not fully believe it. My prayer at the end of this heavy week is that our own redemption is also around the corner. Redemption for Kfir Bibas, now 1 year old, and for the other 130 hostages still remaining in Gaza. My prayer is that we can hold on to our own hopes for them so that we can all celebrate just as our people once did upon leaving Egypt. Shabbat Shalom.